And please let me know if you have any questions before going to start my class. And is my voice is clearly audible to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can anyone confirm, is it my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah, as I mentioned in the last class, like see, I will again start with from project creation to navigation from HTML to HTML. Till that, I will execute and I will sign off the class for today. And as I mentioned, so what are the things we require to understand this project furthermore? I will just touch base and I will stop the things. Okay. So basically, if you want to create a new project with respect to Python and Django, so first we have to follow some commands. So for that, first, whenever you created any folder in your Python, so right click on that particular folder and you just open in the terminal so that the path will be open directly. You don't require to do the CD or something. Okay, so Aurora practice we got it, and now we require to create a new project which is belongs to Django with Python. So for that, we should use a command called Django admin. We have to create start project followed by project name. So let's take project name. I'm taking as a let's take, I'm giving HTML, or we can say navigation project. Okay, navigation project I'm giving. So this is the command to create a new project. Maybe if some of you people attend the previous classes, you can recollect it. If anybody attend, this is the first time, so you can understand. If you want to create a new project in the Python, so we can use the Django admin followed by start project followed by project name. So now once you executed this command successfully, you will get a folder like whatever the project name we given in the command. If you see here, navigation pro, that is the project what we have created here. So with that project you can able to uh, see the inbuilt folders or files which we created automatically. So see here, there is a manage.py. It is a configuration file. We don't require to do anything in this file. It is a just executable file. And come back to this particular main folder called the navigation project. So where you will get some of the files which automatically created. As I mentioned, Django is a framework, so which automatically creates some of the the required files for our project creation. You don't require to create every file. It will be created some sort of required files, I can say that. So other than this, what are the other files you required, you can create your own. Okay, so now in this, like the main important files are urls and settings. So urls settings.py is a configuration file where we can map the database and where we can map the static files where they available, that all things we can map here. And urls, nothing but the urls mapping for your application. Like I can say that what are the urls you want to map to your application, that all we can map here. Okay, and as I mentioned, it is following a application layer structure. That means it is a whole we call project, but internally a project is a collection of applications. So each application we can create a new app, and that is will be part of this particular project. As I mentioned, for example, if your project is let's take blood bank management, so where we can have like donor is one app, receiver is one app, like that each module you can create a app. Or else like you can create entire as one project and one app, and where you can use it as a single application. That is also okay. Okay, just give me a second, Nana. Yeah, so now I'm just moving to into the project. As I mentioned, so we are now at the project level. So now we want to move into the project. So for that, we have to, like, I mean to say, we have to navigate into the project name. So for that we have to use the command called cd followed by project name. So navigation, that is navigation pro, that is the project name what I given here. So we have to give the cd navigation, I mean the cd is the change directory which is used to navigate to the respective directory, and followed by we have to give the project name, that is navigation pro. And once you enter the respective what do you call it, command, so now we will move into the respective folder which you created before what we created in the project. So this is the second step we have to perform. So for the first step is we have to create a project, and then we have to navigate to the respective project to create an application. That is the second step. Okay. So for creating the application, again we have to follow the command. So that is python manage.py. So these all set of commands I already shared with you in the previous session. If you remember, or if you have the source, you can go through that. If not, I already shared the recording videos also, you just go through that. But again, if anybody new, you can understand. So if you want to create a new application, so generally we use the python space manage.py and followed by start app and app name. So let's take, I'm giving nav app. Okay, then application name I'm giving nav app, navigation app. So this application again will be created under the project which we created so far, and it also will create some sort of inbuilt files like models.py, views.py, and also wsg.py. Like that, some sort of files will be created which will be part of our application. So basically these files will be used to create an application. See, if you see here, we have models.py and views.py and test.py. So these are all the files will be created automatically without what you call the manual creation. So that is the, I can say, one of the beautiness of the any framework which we have in the market, like it may be Django or Flask or what you call the Spring Boot or anything. So because these frameworks will help us to reduce the file creation or the structure creation. So the framework will take care of that activity. So just we require to understand the structure, and we require to customize the files to add our data. Okay. So that is basically advantage of framework which we are using. So here, if you see the project name we created navigation pro, under that one application we created nav app. So likewise, you can able to create any number of applications in a single project. So let's take example. Now we have only one application. So likewise, you may have any number of applications as per your requirement. So that's the basic advantage of modularity, I can say, as part of Django project. Okay. So now by this project creation completed and application creation completed. Okay. So now we require to customize some of the files to make our project executable, and also to make our HTML content visible. Okay, so that section I'm going for now. But before that, as I mentioned, if anybody have any doubt, please let me know. Otherwise, I will move to the next task. So as of now, I did the two things. One is project creation, and under that application creation. And now I'm moving to create, I mean, customize the files along with creating the templates. And after that, we'll definitely will execute the code. But before that, please let me know if you have any doubts. Any doubts? No? Okay, fine. So now I'm going to be customizing some of the files I mentioned, right? So first thing, you should open the settings.py. Okay, this is the very important, otherwise your application doesn't work. So in your settings.py, we have a one list called installed apps. Okay, so where it will contains all the installed apps. These are all inbuilt modules which are already available in the Django application. But along with that, what we created additionally the application, like example in this case, we created an application called nav app. So that you require to add here. Okay, so how many applications created externally in the project, that all application names you should register over here. Then only the system can understand about your application and what are the files we have in the application. Okay, so that is the one important file you should understand. So first you require to customize installed apps by the name of, I mean, by register the name of the application which you created. So this is the change you have to do. in your application, if you require to communicate with the database, so database also will customize, but as of now I'm not touching this part. So this is the database part, but once we work on database, at that time I will explain, but now I'm not touching anything. Let it be keep aside. Okay, so now the next thing, very important, we have to create HTML files, because I want to show an HTML file. Like for example, I want to show welcome to Django. Let's take a hi, welcome to Django. I want to show some basic heading with some paragraph content with HTML. Assume that. To do that, we require to follow some steps again. So first step is in the application. Okay. So in the application, we have to create a new folder called templates. So in the again I'm repeating, so in the application means the application which we created called nav app. So under that we have to create a new folder. I can say that a new folder, so where we have to create the templates folder. Okay, so first right click on the app name and then new, and then after we have to select the directory. Okay, so these are the options you have to follow. And once you click on the directory, it will ask the directory name. Okay, so let's take you have to give the templates. This is the fixed name. We can't change the name, or I can say that if you're giving some other name, it doesn't take as a templates or HTML files. So you have to mandatorily give the templates as a name. It's mandatory. Okay, so once you create the templates as a name in the respective navigation app, I mean to say in the application, yes, it is ready to take up the HTMLs. So now what you require to do is right click on the templates again. So any doubts as of now? Any doubt? So now to create a new HTML file, these are the steps we have to follow. First right click on the templates. Okay, then you have to click on new, and then we will get an option like Python file and HTML file. But now I want to get write the HTML file. See, if you see the one on once again the path. So first right click on templates and then new, and then we have HTML file. Okay, so likewise we have to execute it. Okay, so now once you click on the HTML, it will ask you the HTML name. Let's take, I'm giving index.html. The basic skeleton will be created here. Whatever the content you want, you can add it out. Let's take, I'm giving index. Similarly, I want to create another page. So the page name I'm giving here, let's take about.html. Okay. So two HTMLs I'm created here. I created here. One is index, another one is about. Okay, see here. So the first one I created index. So where I'm creating, let's take H2. Welcome to Django. And let's take here, I'm giving paragraph. It's a framework to design web applications using Python technology. So this is the content I modified over in the index.html, and similarly in the about.html also, just I want to write a simple heading about us. Okay, so likewise I created two HTML files where I want to present my data. Okay, so now the thing is, now the point is how to link these HTMLs for our application. That is important. So for that you require to do again a few more steps. What are that? I will explain one by one. First thing, you require to open the views. Okay, views.py you require to open, and you require to write a few functions like for each redirection. I mean to say, for opening every HTML, there should be one redirection function should be here. Okay, so what it means like when we execute any URL in the browser, so that should map to this views internally, and that will be executing this HTMLs. So like how to do that? So first we have to write def means definition of function. Now I'm writing open. What is the first file we want? Index. And here it always takes an argument called request. And now you have to return where it will taking the three arguments totally. First argument is request, okay. Second argument is name of the file which you want to open. Here I want to open index.html, and the last one data. So data will be generally the dictionary, so that is indicating by curly brackets. Similarly, you want to create opening the about us. Okay, now open underscore about. Again same way, it also every time request update, and again we have to write every time return render request comma. Here the name of the file is about.html comma data. So how many HTMLs you created in your application? So that many functions you have to create as part of this views.py. So this is the important thing we have to do as part of our coding. See, now as I mentioned, right, tomorrow onwards, why we are stopping this Django framework, why we will start HTML Python regarding this only. If you want to customize these HTML files more effectively, or if you want to style this page more colorfully, you require knowledge of HTML and CSS. So that's why before entering this actual work of project, you require to complete this course of HTML and CSS. Similarly, if you want to customize this particular functions, or if you want to understand what is curly or what is function, or what is this particular .py file, so you require to understand first of all core Python. So that's why tomorrow onwards we are going to be starting HTML with Python, and once we complete these two technologies, we'll again come back to this particular genre and we'll start our project work. Okay, so that is the plan how we will. But why I started earlier these things means you will understand what is the scope of you are going to be learning, and what is the use case of respect to HTML Python in our application area. That's why I covered that too. Okay, and come back to here. So once again I'm coming to our concept. So I created two functions which is used to navigate, to open the respective HTML pages. Okay, so we came to final stage. The last file we require to update is URLs. So URLs is the file where we are mapping our browser URLs. So whatever the URL we are typing, that we are mapping here. So now the first one I'm mapping to index file. So first one is a default page to open by the website, right? So let's take example. If you type www.google.com, so by default one page is coming, that's search page. So likewise, the by default page we are indicating by empty colon. Okay. Nothing to give, only empties. Now you require to here give the name of the function which you written in the views. So now you should decide which you want to open as a starting page, either index or outer. Now you want to
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's the voice? Is it audible? Is it audible, my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it audible my voice? Can others confirm? I guess no. Is it audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I think some technical issues, the voice is not coming. Yeah, I think we'll continue the pending one. I'm sharing again my screen. Just confirm me if you're able to see. Okay. So here we stop it, right? Like we are able to creating the two functions and we are mapping to the respective web pages. Okay. So now the last, as I mentioned, the step is we have to customize the URLs. Okay. So now in the URLs, we have to add the respective name of the files where you want to map. So for that, so whatever the views we have that we require to import here. So from our project app name, that is nav app, import, simply you can write views. Okay, views. And now here we should write views dot within the what is the function we return. So here if you see the function showing here, so first one I want to open index, and just you have to give the name of the respective page name. So that is I'm giving as an index. Similarly, how many HTMLs you have in the application, so that many paths and we have to map here. And now the second one, see the first one, default one, by opening the website, we want to open the page. That's why I didn't mention anything here. But the second about us page will open when we click on about us link only. So that's why we should write a link name about slash and the remaining same. So views dot open about, and after that name is equal to about. Okay, so now our URLs are ready and functions are ready, and now our HTML is ready. Like when you open the web page, the first URL will come to here. It will search the URL which we given in the browser is there or not. If the URL is not present, by here itself it throw an exception that URL does not found. For example, we given an about URL. Now it matched the open about, right? So now it will go to the respective open about in the views.py, and here it will execute open about. Now what open about is telling, it is asking the system to open the about.html. So likewise the flow will come from URLs to your actual HTML. Okay, so any doubt as of now? Any doubt as of now? Is it clear everybody? So I'm going to be executing the project now. So for that we have to use Python manage.py and then run server, and now enter. So the command to execute the project is Python manage.run server. So you will able to see a local host web address. Just click on this. The project which we opened, it will open automatically. See here, if you see, welcome to Django, and whatever the content we given, it's a framework to design web application, it came here automatically. See that. So if I changed anything in the respective HTML, assume that I open on HTML here, you see index. Let's take, I want to give some color. Now you can give CSS. Likewise, we can do all the activities with respect to web page here in this particular page only. Okay, so let's take, I want to give some color called red, assume that. So color I'm giving red. So now you see to save, and once you refresh, the content will be changed to red color. See that. So likewise, for doing this kind of changes and alignments only, you require to understand HTML and CSS. That is only our upcoming class. Okay, and now if you see, I am able to open the index files, but I don't have any option to navigate to about, because I created an about page, but I didn't give any link to open the about. So the manual approach is you can type in the URL slash about. it will go the about page, about us, see that. But as you know, as a customer, he doesn't aware all the URLs what we have in the website, and also it is difficult to remember all the URLs manually, right? So for that, the good thing is always you have to provide a navigation link. So here, along with this content, I'm giving a link, anchor tag h reference is equal to, you require to navigate to about, so I'm giving about, and here I'm giving link called about. Similarly, in the about.html, I'm giving a link to home page. So now you see anchor tag h reference, home page is base URL, so just you can give the slash, that is enough, and here I'm giving home. So likewise, generally once you complete the HTML file creations, you better to provide a links to navigate from one page to another page, so that the customer can easily navigate while he is accessing your website. Okay, so these are only technically called as navigation links or anchor tags or hypertext, what we called. Okay, so now once again I will open the website. So just refresh once again, you will see the changes. See that, welcome to Django. Now you get the link. Now user doesn't require to go here and type the about link. Now just he can click on the about. So now you see, you're able to see the about page. Now let's take from, as a user, he want to come back to the home to, to about to home. So now he simply click on home page. See that home page came. So likewise, you by using just by the links, you can navigate from one page to another page in the Django application. So this is the a basic skeleton structure of the Django application using Python. When we want to create any project with respect to Python or web application or machine learning project, this is the basic structure of Python project. You require to understand, or you require to create as much as possible by hands-on. Like once you understood this entire steps, till the time you have to practice. But meanwhile, as I mentioned, right, we'll start HTML tomorrow. Let's take example. Now you can create a project, and whatever the class will take in, that all the things you can experiment in the same Django application, so that you can do the practice of two things, Django application along with your HTML. Similarly, once we started Python, similarly you can start working Python practice here. So gradually you will practice three things parallelly. One is Python, HTML along with Django. That is the best approach to practice. But this is the overall architecture of the project creation, the Django. The first thing you require to create a project. Okay, just I'm highlighting in the line by line. I will just highlight for you people. So first step is create the project. Okay, and then the second step, move into the project. Third step, create applications. How many you want, you can create that many. And now update the settings.py, okay, by updating applications. Okay, the next, create the templates folder in application. Then create the HTML files which you want to showcase as part of your project under templates folder. And now create the mapper functions in views.py. Okay, so whatever the files we have in the, whatever the HTMLs we have in the templates, for each template you have to create one mapper function in the views.py. And finally update the urls.py with your URLs. And now execute the process. So these are the total steps what we have to do, a simple single project creation in the Django with Python. So in these all steps, does anyone have any doubt? Please ask me. But in this all the steps, like see, from here itself your Python and HTML work will be starting. So for that only, as again I'm repeating, so tomorrow onwards we are starting HTML Python. Don't miss the classes. So be regularly attend and practice, and even we will share all the time, like recordings also for your reference and practice. Okay, so now if anyone have any doubt with respect to this process, please ask me. Otherwise we can sign up and I will share the content. And before that, I will even the new people who joined for today, I'm telling the commands also. So to create the project, Django admin, start project, project name. and the next cd project name, and then python manage.py start app name, and then finally python manage.py console. So these are the commands which will help us to create your application and run the application. So if anyone have any doubt, please ask me, Nana. I will wait for like 3 to 4 minutes. I will wait, and if no one have any doubt, I will sign off the class for today.
Yeah, I have a small doubt today.
Yeah,
Class is with
tell me.
my question is regarding to the recorded sessions.
Okay.
Where can I get to know the recorded sessions?
Yeah, like for all the before class and upcoming classes, we'll place in the same playlist, which is our channel. Like today, I will ping you in the group, so you can subscribe. If you are subscribed, you'll get the notification whenever we upload it into the playlist. If not, if you're not subscribed, we will share the link in our WhatsApp group. Always, you can go through that. Okay, sure.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, after this class, I mean that after completion of the class, I will share all the recordings, the links, along with playlist link. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and even already we have Python complete. I mean the Python classes and as well as HTML already record. I mean the sessions in the respective channel. So that links also will share with you. So whoever have the time, like along with these classes, you can go through that also. You can get some more knowledge. Okay. So that also will be there in the channel, YouTube channel. Yeah. Any other doubts? Any other questions? Hello. Hello. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Someone is giving okay, internship. We have to collect internship certificate. Okay. Okay, just a second. I will enable all the people to speak up. If somebody not able to speak, they can also speak up. Yeah. For internship certificate, no need to come, Nana. Like we'll send the digital copies. You can take the print and you can submit to the college. No need to visit the office. But if someone wants to come for practice and what do you call it, for offline practice and installation, any need or anything, you can come and at that time also you can come. There is no issue. But for only certificate, if you want to come, no need. We will send to your WhatsApp along with the document certificate also. Or if you want to physically come to the office to collect the certificate, you can come by 4th day after tomorrow. You can come and collect your certificates. Is it clear, everybody? Hello. Okay, so I'm taking none as a consideration. So tomorrow we'll meet by HTML class. Okay, bye bye. Take care. And last but not least, like see, you're always ping me in WhatsApp if you have any concerns or doubts. Okay.
Okay, sir.